There we go. Okay. We're good now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I totally forgot to do the countdown too. Not that countdown, but like the countdown with the music and all that shit. So
Whatever.
we'll be all right. We don't need all.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
All right. Let me go into Discord and share this and see if it bogs down the stream at all. Forgot my YouTube audio was on. I heard myself talking. I was like, no, that sounds terrible.
I'm just retweeting our tweet.
Share the.
Okay. So I'm going to Discord now. Okay, you're doing that. I understand.
We'll see if this fudge up with any of the stream. Welcome in, everybody. Stream Elements bot is running. I forgot I attached that motherfucker. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're
good. It's going
to
bog down for a second. I'm going to bring up the chat so that I can read that as we go here.
Oh, you're good. Oh, I did put 7:30 CDT. My bad. That was my bad. I'm used to putting Eastern Standard Time. So on the tweet.
Oops. All right, just ignore that part of my audacity.
Yeah, Eddie.
Sorry, Eddie.
I'm not.
The video wasn't muted while I was on here. So, all right, cool. Hit it.
All right. I'm excited to talk about some of the stuff that I got for Christmas because I pretty much knew, like, I made an Amazon wish list and I was like, all right, my mom's gonna be buying all of her shit from this wish list, so I'm gonna be getting something.
Yeah.
And then, like, my mom hands me all the gifts yesterday on Christmas Day, and I'm opening the gifts. I'm like, cool, here's, this anime. I got Promare, I got some, I got some anime on Blu-ray, I got the Guardians of the Galaxy game, I got the Hot Wheels game. But then I open up this one and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like looking at it and I open it and it's like this super high quality, like, wooden cutting boards. Like, on one side it's a cutting board and then you flip it over and it's a charcuterie board where you can just have, like, different places to put food and all that stuff. Yeah. And I looked at her and I was like, I didn't put this on my list. And she goes, yes, you did. It's on your Amazon wish list. And I went, no, you're crazy. So I went and looked at the Amazon wish list, and lo and behold, I don't know if I got super faded one night or what, but there was a fucking cutting board on my Amazon wish. It's so that is my only equivalent that I've ever had to, like, drunk Amazon buying, because I know that's like a thing that people.
Mine are right behind me on this fucking shelf. Those fucking Game Gear Micros, the first and last drunk purchase I've ever made.
I didn't know you were. I thought you were just kidding when you said that.
No, those were a result of I had a few while we were recording the Megavision show, and fucking Chris Powell is really good at peer pressuring people, and Graham already had his pre-ordered, and they're like, do this, and so it was after the show was over, and I was just staring at stuff, and I was like, you know what, I've got the money for this, screw it. And I guess I care enough about them that I haven't left batteries in them because I know that I will not play them, and I don't want I don't want the batteries to break open and leak into them,
Right. That's smart. That's a smart thing.
AAAs or whatever, but no, that is but see, the difference here is when I open those up, I, no joke, no exaggeration, immediately was like, oh, I regret this purchase once I saw the size and the quality of those things.
Yeah, I remember Chris and I talked about them because we were just like, they're so small.
Yeah, and it's like I didn't want to go through the process of returning a thing through Japanese Amazon that fucking whatever. I got them, they're here, So at least you got something completely opposite. You got something practical and useful. So
that's true. That is true. I was very happy with, because, like, my father was like, hey, I want this heritage steel cooking knife, like chef knife, and I was like, okay, and I looked it up and I was like, oh shit, this thing's really nice. And then I started looking at it and I was like, oh, it's half off. Okay, well, I'm buying Dad one, and Corey also bought himself one. So Hallie told me, she had to tell me multiple times, she goes, stop. Like, I bought some sweats the other day just because I needed some new sweats to just lounge around the house. She's like, stop buying yourself shit. I'm like, what? Oh. She goes, you bought a car mount and sweats. Those were two presents my mother was gonna buy you. Like,
oh, right. A car mount? What do you mean?
Not a car. I'm sorry, a car phone mount, like a mount for your phone in the car.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So, but no, that was one of the things that had like that was the one where I was just like, wow, I need to do this more often, just with Christmas lists, not like with just buying every day or anything like that, because that shit could get
Mm-hmm.
real dangerous real quick. So,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
think
notice how many headsets Corey has right now, everyone. That's a
okay,
clue.
okay, so in my defense, these are headphones. These black ones are just $30 cheapo headphones that I use to work out in, and I just walk
Uh,
around the house. The other ones are the new. I got the Logitech G435 model headset. I don't know why I put that on that list. I was just like trying to fill the list out with stuff, and I was like, these are kind of cool. But then I opened it up today, and they sound great and they fit well and all that. But I just sat there and I was like, I didn't need these at all.
mm-hmm.
Like, so I was like, all right. Uh, but no, I think I messaged y'all Christmas Eve, and so the rundown on how the TLDR with how Christmas is every fucking year with us is Christmas Eve. We go and spend it with my side of the family, where it's not just my mom and dad, but it's like my aunts, my uncles, all that stuff, my cousins. So that's Christmas Eve, and then we come home to my wife's mother's house to get our Christmas pajamas, and then the next morning we have Christmas, I guess Christmas breakfast with her side of the family. Then we go home and shower, and then go to my mother and my father's house.
Wait, what was the first stop? I thought that was the first stop.
The first one was my entire side of the family. Christmas Day afternoon is like with just my mom and my dad and my brother. Yeah. And by the way,
Oh, thank you.
Christmas Eve we had to drive an hour and a half there and back. So 3 hours total. And then the next day my mother and father lived 2 hours away.
Oh.
So
yeah, none of that makes sense.
we loved it. We loved it when it was COVID lockdown because we didn't go anywhere. It was great.
We really liked Thanksgiving and Christmas last year because we didn't have to go anywhere.
It was really nice. I understand that you're supposed to go and travel and be with family and all that, but shit, it's just nice to be like, it's Christmas morning, I'm in my underwear and I don't have to go anywhere. Like,
yeah, ours was similar but different to yours actually. And I guess I'll before we expand upon them, I'll just mention it because it's relatable to yours. Is that we Christmas Eve we each opened a present, and I think because we knew Christmas Day was going to be fucking nuts, so we each opened a present. We each picked, like, Rachel and I get each other more than we should. That neither of us got, or no, I got her one practical thing. She, I guess, technically got me a practical thing, but otherwise everything else was just toys and crap we don't need. So,
right.
so Christmas Eve we each opened the like least surprise of a gift or least like um practical of a gift, and then Christmas Day was we woke up. For some reason, my mother decided to do Christmas lunch at noon. It's always been like the meal of Christmas or Thanksgiving is like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, but for some reason she said noon this year.
No.
So, and because Rachel's vegetarian, she's got to bring some of her own stuff. So we had to wake up earlier and we did gifts, and then we've had to finish cooking the food that we would need for my mom's, and then and then later in the evening we were going to have one of Rachel's friends over who's gluten free or needs gluten free food. So one way or the other we had to prep food before lunch, and then we had lunch at my mom's. One of her friends comes over, and it was my mom and her friend, my brother who's home now, and then me and Rachel, and we had lunch and hung out with the dogs. I think Corey's getting ready the clip of me making my
Your
mashed potatoes.
Yes.
Because that's all I do, but Rachel swears that I make them really well. So it's
You
I
let out
wish I
some
could remember
anger.
the Yeah, it's a good stress reliever. And yeah, good stuff. Um so we make food, we made food, we went to my mom's, we ate, we hung out with some dogs. One of them's a crazy 1-year-old golden retriever thing.
Oh, that's right up your
Um
alley.
yeah, well, oh, dude, like Christmas Day, we just kind of wanted not do anything, so the dog was insane,
Oh,
but still fun,
I got a story. So
But
Christmas Eve, my aunt, we went to her house, and her dog Lucy, beautiful chocolate lab and all that, but she's not used to having people around the house, so she just wants to be up on everybody. So I was like,
right.
Aunt Donna, put that dog outside. It just nut shotted me. and she'd put it outside, and then like 5 minutes later she lets her back in, and I'm just like, come on. My dad is not a fan. Like, he doesn't hate dogs as an animal, he just hates like dogs that smell real bad. And
Okay.
he's that's why they have cats. But he was just outside the whole time. He's like, I can't handle the dog smell, so I'm just gonna chill out here. And I was like, all right. So, but yeah, they were
Uh,
too much energy on those dogs for days we're supposed to be relaxing.
yeah, yeah. It was kind of funny because my mom's dog Booter is a Labradoodle, or a golden, or wait, shit. I think he's a golden doodle, but he's usually like he's the dog from Neverending Story and has endless amounts of energy, but she walked him the day
Mhm.
before so that he was worn out. But then this puppy was like the insane one. And it used
Yeah,
to be that Booter was the insane one to my brother's dog who passed a couple years ago. But now it's kind of funny to see that dynamic change because it's just
yeah,
like Booter's literally laying on the ground while this other dog, JJ, is literally she's walking and like stepping on
yeah.
his head while she's going
You're
around and
watching
stuff. So
generations. It's like if like an alien was watching people. It's just like,
yeah.
look at all these.
Hmm.
It's the same thing. Yeah, I got those
So that
those
was
cats just run over each other. Like, that's all they do. They
yeah.
just had a case
Right.
of the zoomies all day today, and we're running from one side of the house to the other.
Oh yeah, just doing some suicides.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Uh, but yeah, so we had lunch and then we went back and I actually took a nap because I was fucking dead. I had mistakenly took a for allergies, I took an ibuprofen that kind of knocked me out a little bit, so I napped for like a solid 20 minutes and we woke up and finished getting the house ready for Rachel's friend and then she came over and we had a nice dinner and kind of I was full like when we started eating. So I was just like
Oh
very
wow.
seldomly picking at stuff, and I was just like, I didn't eat much the day before. I didn't eat much Christmas Eve in preparation for this, but it was just too much food. It's all well, it's all like starchy stuff anyway, and
Yeah,
like
nothing healthy.
stuffing and potatoes and whatever. So it was a lot. And then we after that though, we watched a Christmas movie and then two Christmas shorts, and we played Hallmark Christmas movie bingo, which was great,
Oh my
and also what we
god.
got my mom for Christmas. So Corey's sharing that right now. If it, I don't know if you're able to zoom on that. It might be a
Yeah, you
weird
can.
Zoom thing because it's a dumb website, but yeah, you can see like the different things on there are hilarious. So we made the joke that the middle one, which is normally the free space in bingo, we're like, oh no, there was that, and then uh when you buy it, it doesn't have a cover, but there was like a Hallmark sticker on the bottom right uh, thing, so
Oh,
it was
okay.
blocked. And we're like, oh, I wonder what that one says. And I'm like, I'm sure it just says white people, and that's another free space essentially, or like white starring
Yeah.
white couple, you know.
Jesus,
Um,
thanks. 102 sheets.
yeah, but there so for those that can't see, there's a space that says like plaid, glitter, wrapping gift,
Hmm.
Christmas card, Christmas lights, scarf and hat, carriage ride, angel, mittens, so it's actually a lot of fun when because already Hallmark Channel movies are just corny beyond belief.
Oh,
But when
they're
you're
all the
playing
fucking
this,
same, man. Like,
yeah,
that's all our
for the
Aunt
most
Cass
part, yeah.
watches.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it was my mom was excited. We bought her this, and then because of the time crunch, our initial plan, Rachel and me, our initial plan was to open this up at my mom's and then like the group of us play, but we just didn't have enough time.
Right,
But
right,
she was
right, right.
still excited for it. My mom was still excited for it. She has a friend she'll probably play this with anyway. But so we looked it up and wrote down a couple for when her Rachel's friend was over, and we played through a round of this stuff, and so it was
Yeah.
actually pretty fun. So Christmas was exhausting. We slept until noon today. It's the day after Christmas. We're
I
recording this
know.
now, but
Yeah, I slept till like 11, and that's like not
yeah,
me at all.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, actually, what's funny is like her friend left, and then I was still kind of wired, and I think it was a result of I took my power nap, and
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
was like, you know what? I'll just have a beer, and it was too early to go to bed, but we were kind of zoning out, so I was like, I want to check out Hawkeye and see if that's any good, the new Marvel series, and I put on an episode, and I had a beer, and I was like, the beer will, make me sleepy. It's usually what it does. Beer's the downer,
Right.
and and I didn't think about that because I ate so much fucking food that the beer's just sitting on top. So I was still like wired from the
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
so like 3 hours later, I'd watched 3 episodes of Hawkeye, and then decided we should go to bed.
Well, spoiler free. Do you like? What are your thoughts on it so far?
It's fine. There's a good boy in it, and the Hawkeye is more entertaining than most of the Marvel characters. And it's good that he has a series because people always said that Jeremy Renner is like the smallest actor in those movies, but he's too big for TV shows. Like if he were in a sitcom
Yes,
or something.
I agree with that.
Um,
That makes sense.
yeah, so it's cool to see him in this, and it's not as by the numbers. There are some scenes that are, but it's definitely picking up on its own thing, and it takes place during Christmas, so that fits that if you watch it now anyway. But the the dynamic between him and the new girl in this is pretty good, and um she's not another drop dead gorgeous blonde entering the
Right,
MCU,
right.
you know. So um yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. But I also don't know anything about Hawkeye or his character other than at one point he turned into Ronin and was essentially an assassin and did a lot of bad stuff. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
enjoying
don't.
it.
That's the thing too. Is I don't understand. I don't know much about Hawkeye, but when he was doing I mean, if you haven't watched it, it's at the beginning of one of the what is it? The second part of the
Endgame.
end game, where it shows him like assassinating like a yakuza leader or something like that. And you're just
Yeah,
like,
his
oh,
family's gone, so he's got nothing to lose.
yeah, and that's where the infamous meme like no, don't give me hope and all that other stuff comes from.
Yeah.
But that part was cool, but everyone's like, "Oh, he's taking down bad guys." It's like, "No, Ronan actually kills anything." So
Yeah,
but
yeah. So this takes from that, and I can't really say anything else because it's spoilers. But the new girl
right.
is cool, and the the good boy in it is a good boy, and uh,
You're a sucker for that shit.
yeah, 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 yeah. But also because I know that the dog's not going to die because an MCU thing wouldn't do that. I think they'd play it
Disney.
too safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So, well, hey, I mean, they're already this is that is one thing I mentioned to Rachel. It's interesting how like this is so gory and gruesome a lot of parts, and because it's on Disney Plus, but it's
Right, right.
because it's a series, but like already stuff that's happening in this, you wouldn't see if there was a Hawkeye movie that came out unless it got an R rating. So it's just interesting to think about it like
Oh,
that,
okay.
like how the series are. Well, Loki's more gruesome, and what's Daredevil is the most gruesome. Uh,
Punisher is pretty rough sometimes
so
too, so
I have not watched Punisher yet. I forgot that
Season
exists, but
1 is great. Season 2, I watched 2 episodes and fell off real hard. So
yeah. Well, Daredevil's coming back, I guess, in a movie or something, which is good because that was one of
I
their strongest series. And
yeah, I
then
was
they're
going to
just like,
say
no more.
there's things that intertwine with Spider-Man. I haven't seen the new one yet. I don't want to spoil anything. I mean, I don't know any of the spoilers, but I don't want to
I
accidentally
have
say
not
something.
either. But we did watch the trailer for the new Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. And when we watched that trailer, I won't say anything because it'll be spoilers, but I told Rachel, I'm like, "Oh, you have to watch the What If series before we see this movie."
Ooh, really? So you would
So,
recommend watching the What If series? Okay.
I don't know if I'd recommend it, but for plot, yes.
Well, because now we're getting, and that's the thing too. But with the multiverse, like that's supposed to be a horror movie, which
Yeah.
is fascinating to me to have a horror MCU movie. But you're opening all. I mean, it's the multiverse. So like,
Right.
you're opening up the universe of Marvel to everything now.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it. All I know is I really like Doctor Strange enemies, like villains, like Dormammu
Mm.
is actually really cool.
Oh.
And
Hmm.
then the other one I know about is Shen Magorath. That's the only one I know, and he's like a big tentacle monster.
Oh.
That's it.
That's a Doctor Strange enemy?
I believe I'm
Shumagorath.
sorry, Shumagorath. Yeah, I believe Shumagorath is a Doctor Strange enemy. I'm not sure though, but I mean I can
Okay.
fact check myself. So
I'm not that worried about it.
I am
Unless
now.
you are. Uh,
But did you get anything cool? Yes, it is a Doctor Strange villain. Did you get anything
oh,
cool
okay.
for Crimbus?
I mean, MVC 2 introduced me to him, and I thought he was just something they threw in.
Nope, Shuma
So
Gorath was a powerful, sometimes stated to be omnipotent and ancient demon that possesses vast supernatural powers. And
omnipotent.
omnipotent. Look, all right.
He didn't smell really strong.
Yeah, he wasn't omnipotent. So, but no. Anyway, going back to my question, did you get anything cool? And I think you did, and I prepped it.
I did. I just want to do a quick follow up that
Okay.
Blue Stinger works. My copy of Blue Stinger is good to
nice.
go, and found out TJ knows this already in the chat, but that there was a small defective line of Blue Stingers that went out. Like even smaller of a chance than the hot new Midway titles,
Right.
which is a quick rundown of all that. Basically, the Dreamcast launch titles, some of them shipped with no data or bad data on them. So there was like a 0.01 chance that you got a Blue Stinger copy that never booted. It would just go to the I want to say crossbar, but that's not what it's called, dashboard of the Dreamcast. But anyway, mine works. And then I finally did get a working copy of Knuckles Chaotix. The short version is I went to Warp Zone, brought my 32X. Carrie was there, ready to test it as well. He had his 32X ready. We ran both cartridges, so I have a working copy now.
Yes.
And he actually noticed this might be a cool factoid just for you, Corey, and for anyone who's into cartridge decay and crap.
Okay.
This one works, and he cleaned it though. He cleaned both of them there because there was a second copy of Knuckles Chaotix that I first got. This has been a month-long process because this store is an hour for me, so I can't just hop in and go. But the first one I had, it would freeze, and then when I would get in there, certain things would be messed up, and then, which is actually this one now. The other one I got, the only thing that would be messed up is some of the pixels, and then only the pixels on the save file pictures.
Okay.
So he was like, oh, that might be a battery issue. So for the other one, he thinks what's happened is because this game saves internally on the cartridge. The 32X doesn't have any internal memory. The Sega CD has internal memory. The Genesis does not. So he thinks that the other copy, the battery actually went bad because only the pictures of the save files looked crappy in the game. And the other one, this one just froze, but he cleaned it up. And he actually, the other cartridge looked better, the shell. So he has the tools, and we swapped out the shell so that I have a better looking cartridge. This is a
water
repro
damage?
case. Not on this one. Not.
Well, I know the other one had one.
There's just wear and tear on this one. It's not going to fucking focus.
No, I see it around the right edge of it. Yeah.
No manual, but I have a nice case with nice art, and
you can get a nice
little bit.
manual.
Yeah, I forgot how good the soundtrack is to this. I was blasting it at work one day, as well. But Rachel and I tried playing it co-op. It is a horrible 2-player game.
Oh, really?
It's a fun single-player game. Yeah, it's bad. I was telling her, like, I was letting her be first player because it has you tethered to each other.
Right.
This is what was gonna be Sonic 4, aka Sonic Crackers, and then they ditched all that and made it on 32X. Yeah, I'm giving you the TLDR version of all this shit.
I'm intrigued by the name Sonic Crackers. So
right, yeah. So many reasons that wouldn't work as a game title, but this is a game where you can see on the cover that Knuckles is tethered to Crocky, as Rachel calls him. I asked her I was like, guess all the names of the characters on the title screen.
That's Vector,
here.
Right?
This is Crocky. This is Vector, yeah. Espio the Purple Chameleon, according to her, is Purple Nurple. And then Charmy B is actually called BEA Beautiful. And then Mighty is just called Stampy.
Stampy?
Because he stamps his foot, not the elephant from The Simpsons. But this is a game where you're tethered to each other by rings, and you like rubber band around the levels, and it's just incomprehensible what you're supposed to do unless you have like are playing someone who's familiar with the game and it has like played it through. That's when you both know where to go and how to play and what to do. Right. That's the only way I would recommend this game 2-player because it is so fucking confusing.
Is that mechanic in the single player version of the game?
Yes, you have to have a buddy rolling around with you.
Okay.
Yeah, TJ's right. You can find a Sonic Crackers ROM. It was released completely unfinished, and it's just Sonic and Tails on the elastic ring tether thingies.
Oh, I guess so Crackers like the cracker ball. Okay, I kind of understand. Okay.
I guess I never tried to think about it too hard, but
hey.
So all right, that's going back. I have working games.
Okay, good. That's a good thing. I know Chaotix. I know Chaotix is something that's pretty near and dear to your heart. So I'm glad you
I
got a
just
working
wanted the
copy of it.
game, so now I have it. So yeah.
There you go. And it turns out it's terrible. So no.
It's a bad two-player game, but I'm happy I have it. One of the better, I'd argue it's one of the better Sonic soundtracks for as minuscule as it is, one of the better Sonic game
Right.
soundtracks out there.
I'd like to play like next time. We need to make sure to
We
get
could
together one
try it,
time.
but
Well,
man,
I was just
it's
talking about like, if we ever
not
met
good.
up again, like, anytime soon, and we just play it because that's it.
It's rough. I think, well, that's the thing too, is I think it'd be a good one to get uh, fresh reactions to, because I hate saying this all the time, but there's nothing out there like it in terms of
Is
that too.
it? You
There's a
told
reason for that.
didn't you tell me that it has a hard time being emulated as well?
Yeah, for some reason it's well, I don't know about that, but there was something that was always preventing them from putting it out on collections. And as we learned playing that Sonic Gems collection with TJ on the stream, that it
Mhm.
was initially supposed to be in that collection because you were going through the artwork, like the bonus
Right,
art
right.
in the galleries, and there was art for Chaotix in there,
Yeah.
which didn't make any sense. Like even
No,
like the
not at
flat
all.
out cover of it was in there, so it's
Okay.
pretty obvious that they meant for that to be in there. I'm sure what it comes down to is just demand. Like who's really asking for Knuckles Chaotix, you know?
You're the only person in my life I've ever met that knows that about it and wanted it. So, all
Yeah. Yep, yep.
right. All
Um
right, show us this
so
awesome thing that I already know about. So,
well, I was gonna lead up to that because that's probably that's I
okay,
like if I talk about my other shit, then it's first.
pales
It'll
in
be a little bit
comparison.
better. Yeah, but Rachel got me some books, and she got me some pins. I got a night trap pin that actually
Oh,
kind of looks horrible.
that looks
Um,
terrifying. Yeah.
yeah, it's not gonna focus. It's not gonna focus.
It looks like a thumb with some mustard on the top of it, is what it looks like to me.
Yeah, it's not gonna. Oh, it's getting there. I don't fucking care.
Take a picture and
It's
put
a
it in the
cover of.
Discord.
Yeah, it's a cover of the night trap cover. It's the cover of it, and
It's
then
the
she
chick that's saying,
also.
"Command, how could you let that happen?" Yeah.
Yeah, but she also found these pins that are
Okay.
it's kind of
Explain
starting
them.
to focus. So one of them is it's an arcade cabinet with guns attached to it on chains, and it's called Time of the Dead. And then the other one that you get along with it, you're supposed to buy them in a pair. It's called House Crisis. So we have
Okay.
Time of the Dead and House Crisis,
I like
and
it.
they're
I like that. I really
big and
like
cool
that.
and fun. Let me see if this will work.
Nope.
Oh, it's trying, but it's not doing
Something
anything.
coin. Yeah, no, I can't see it. I'm blind as shit. So
Let me see if I can do. Let
TJ
me try
says
this.
I did a stream of Knuckles Chaotix at the beginning of the month. Oh yeah, that's right. Shows how much I pay attention to all the other streamers on the Megavision teams.
I just wanted to show up. I just wanted to show
No,
up.
Scotty.
It's not going to work.
Scotty
at all.
will take a
Fuck
picture
you.
of it and he will post it in the Discord, and everyone can
I'm
go look
not.
at it in the Discord.
I don't want to take pictures of everything.
You just want to take
Yeah.
video footage of it. So,
And then I got this.
what the fuck is that? That is it's the Legos Ghost Stacto 1. That's gonna
Yep.
take forever.
It's a couple thousand pieces, baby.
Oh my god! 2,352 pieces. What is that? 10,274 next to it.
That's just it's like essentially the Lego item serial number.
Oh, okay. So
Or like you could type in like
2,352.
Lego set number 10274, and that that would be.
Okay.
It also says 18 plus, so this is a porn. This is a set of porn Legos.
That is a mature Lego piece.
Yeah, there's a lot in this. So it's the one from the new movie.
Okay.
And
I did like the
couldn't find
Ecto
it.
one from the new movie.
Yeah, I saw it once at Target, and I didn't get it because I couldn't justify it. And
Right.
then never saw it again. So of course that means I wanted it more. But yeah, Rachel found it on a not Target's website, somewhere else.
You guys are gonna put it together, right?
Maybe. I mean, that might be like the thing is, there's nowhere in this house where I can just leave this sitting.
It would have
that
to
we
be
aren't
like your whole
using the
kitchen
surface.
table. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably going to end up
Maybe
what it is.
your coffee
Because
table?
I don't know. Well, there's no like light over there on that side of the when it's up
Yeah.
against so that our feet aren't on it or whatever. It's like against the wall, so it's probably going to end up being the kitchen table because there's no like workbench that we could throw it on.
Right.
But no, that's cool and that'll be fun. when the world goes into lockdown again, because nobody is listening to anything happening.
Man, I got a
And
story about that. So,
Blah. And then I almost forgot this, but I want to. This was the Christmas Eve gift. Check out this fucking shirt
all right. So
that
this
Rachel
shirt
got.
is
Oh, you can't see, but it's like a blue tie dye. I don't know if you
yes.
can-
Okay, so it's like a blue tie-dye shirt. It's got the Genesis logo on there with a Genesis controller, and it says "Game Over." Like it's
Yeah, which
super
doesn't make
synth
sense.
wave. I don't care. I love it. It's super synth wavy, and it's got Sega and it's tie-dye. It's perfect.
It doesn't make any sense that it just says "Game Over," but especially in a different font. But
It's game over for the
um,
Genesis, I guess, is what they're saying. So
yeah, and if you can see my new little buddy back here, Rachel got the plush Bomberman.
yeah,
His
nice.
eyebrows, he has magnetic eyebrows. They're not above his eyes though. It's one's like in between his two eyes, and then the other one is a little cockeyed.
I think mine. Hold on,
But
hold
he's
on,
got his
hold on.
bomb,
I'll be right back.
and he's got his eyebrows that are magnets that you can just remove, or you can make him angry, like "Grr, I'ma blow you up good,"
I'm
or
glad
"I
you
like the
finished that
cockeyed
with
one."
up. So I got mine too. So I also have
Mhm.
one.
Oh, your eyebrows are correct.
Okay, I like having the
'Cause they
mad
seem to be.
eyebrows.
I don't. I just like him being like, "Huh?"
Oh,
Um,
oh, there you go.
and
Huh?
yeah. Mhm.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, but
Well,
I got him, which is fun because he's sold out now. So I don't know when she got him because he's been sold out for a little bit.
spoilers. You're gonna have two of these because I bought one for you as well for Christmas.
All right, cool. I have an angry one and a happy one. That's fine. All the Bomberman I can get will be fine with me.
Yeah, it's like that's fine. Like I wish they would do. They could probably make more money if they did colored variants on those.
Oh yeah, because there are just the basic like
Just blue.
white, black, blue, and red. I think
Yeah.
are the base color bomber people.
Bomber people.
And then every year Rachel makes me something. Last year she made me.
Well, I've got your Instagram pulled up.
Oh, okay. Last year she made me a Resident Evil painting that says "For Itchy Tasty," has the ink ribbon and stuff. This year, kind of going off of how I initially wanted to propose to her, and also just inside jokes galore. Let me switch over to see what you're showing exactly. Okay. But yeah, she made. He's not called Jimmy, but we've just called him the Jimmy Bat from
Yeah,
Illbleed. Like
it's
he
the
doesn't
Jimmy
have a
Bat.
name. I'm sure if you look in the credits, it doesn't even say who voiced him or anything. But she used one of our cookie tins and put it in red. What is this stuff called? Tissue paper.
Yeah, tissue paper.
And it's the fucking bat that says "You're not Jimmy," and so it's really good.
I like
It's
it coming out of
really-
frame. I like it coming out of frame like that. That's pretty good.
Or,
No,
let's see.
so
like
she-
Stick Stickly or something.
It is Stick Stickly. All we're gonna say about Stick Stickly is look him up. People
Yeah.
that know Stick Stickly.
Yeah, so she took a small bat, probably one for like dolls or something, and she painted it the basically vomit brown green that the bat is, and also put some grip tape on it, made his face that looks exactly like it, even to the point that like there's a smeared logo on the side of his face, which is from the
hold on.
video as well.
Let's go back to your big camera. Okay.
Yeah, it's even on there. Wow, I don't know if you want to find the video and mute it because it probably is in. Well, okay, you have the Instagram up. Yeah, it'll still show that. But this is the part that we used to up until last year, or no, even last year on the marathon. We show everyone at least this part of Illbleed, like that
Chapter
is the
1,
staple
because we
moment.
can beat it in an hour.
Yeah. And so she sculpted this. She didn't. That's what I had to clarify to some people. Like, she didn't just buy and 3D print this thing. She made it.
No.
So
With
again, it's
clay.
one more thing that she could probably sell when she does
On
start selling the
Etsy?
things she creates.
Bro, the
So-
14 people that love Illbleed.
Yeah. Yeah. And so she didn't mean for this, but it kind of fits perfectly size-wise with Bomberman.
Yes.
So I've been putting it in his hands, and she thinks that's the best thing in the world, that he looks like he's holding it and like they're best buds or something.
Yeah, I got your Instagram pulled up, so
Right. So now I have him holding it as well in the
that's
background.
great. That she so she texted me I think it was like the 23rd or the 24th. She goes, I have to let you see what I'm making Scott for Christmas. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot she makes something for him every year. And she showed me that, and I just went, holy shit, that's amazing. Like, that's so good. Like, there's that fucked up Sonic she made. Like, not fucked up that she fucked it up. It's just that clay Sonic.
Yeah, 1-to-1 looks really good. That weird stop motion clay animated Sonic that no one asked for in Japanese advertising.
It's real rough. Did she get something with her face on it? She usually does that, right? Or is that for your birthday?
That's the anniversary.
Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, so she's very creative, and she's gonna get back into this stuff. But that's what she went to college for. Like, she made an Octodad bust of his head. Octodad and other things. But yeah, so she likes doing that stuff, and that's pretty cool, and it's another one of a kind item.
Yeah, I love how this Instagram user Jose Bunny was like, "Where did you get that?" And you were like,
"Yeah."
One
even though
in
the post it says my fiance made the Jimmy bat, and he's like, "Where did you get it?" Like, she made it. I just said.
We're not blasting them. It's just those fun. It's like I saw. There's a thing on Twitter right now where people are like, when you post what game you're playing, you post the box art and everything on your stream, and someone still jumps in and is like, "What are you playing?" Like,
oh yeah. It's pretty amazing. It's the people that ask the Google question to you instead of Google.
That is true.
Now, I'll mention it real quick in passing because I realized there is a link between two of my gifts. One of the books she got me is Life with My Dad, Harold Ramis, written by his daughter.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be cool to read as well. But I realize that kind of ties into the Ghostbusters Echo One thing.
You got a pretty good haul, buddy.
What's funny is Rachel, she reads the books. I play the video games. Like, books are her
That's
thing.
The same thing with me and Hallie, yeah.
Yeah, but she bought me 2 books and no video games for Christmas. But she's into books, I'm into games. And meanwhile, I bought her a game and no books for Christmas.
Yeah, you're enabling each other is what you're doing.
Yeah. I got her Hot Wheels Unleashed on the Switch. So
oh, nice.
Now,
I got it on
PS4
2
games.
So. She now owns 2 games.
Yeah, Animal Crossing and Hot Wheels.
Hey man, she might get good in that level editor that's in Hot Wheels, so she might start making some cool ass levels.
We played it a little bit, and Cruise and Blast is they're not comparable, but Cruise and Blast.
Cruise and Blast is they're getting the online and they're getting DLC, so we can't be.
Have you played Hot Wheels at all though? Have you tried it out at all?
I haven't yet. No, it's still in the plastic.
All right, I'll reserve my opinions so that I don't form yours or whatever.
Because you know me so well, because that's exactly what will happen.
I just don't want to say anything that might deter you from Hot Wheels because it's probably a good game, but I wasn't a huge fan at first.
That's okay. Fair enough. I guess I need to go into. I mean, I already talked about. That was all that you had that you wanted to talk about, right?
Yeah, I didn't really want to throw a picture of everything online because some people aren't. Not everyone's as fortunate that they have a pile of stuff, so I didn't want to share it all online, but I wanted to share what Rachel made because people should see her handiwork anyway.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome. So, I mean, I already talked a little bit about what I got. I got that cutting board, which was probably the craziest story. I open up, so Hallie goes. Apparently, Hallie's had my Christmas gifts in her car for the last 3 weeks. And everyone was like, why were you doing that? She goes, because I know he looks through the house. And I'm like, yeah, I look for everything. In my house, I look for them. They're mine.
Yeah. Rachel wraps them immediately because she gets them way in advance. And I had to hide one that if it was under the tree, she would have known what it was. I wrap, all of her gifts I wrapped in like the boxes of like my keyboard that I still have.
Oh,
like
okay.
A headset box, like, like shit like that, like my PS3 box and stuff. So that she couldn't tell what it was and everything.
Right. So, and my family was like, "What? He looks?" I'm like, "Look, I paid the mortgage. I'm gonna be looking." And my mom found out too. I was like, "Yeah, I found some Christmas gifts growing up too. I went snooping when you guys were gone." And she goes, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, for like a few years in a row." And then my brother goes, "Yeah, I did it too." So, and my brother's 12 years younger than me.
This isn't some like American taboo. All kids look for their fucking gifts. Sorry, Mom.
Well, it's one of those. That's when I like she's like, this one's from Santa, and I was like, that's been in your closet for 3 months. So
Right.
as a kid, you put like 2 and 2 together, but no, let's see, what else did I get? Oh, I got this was the first gift I opened, and it's fucking
It's a football.
It is not a football. This is the plush from Story of Seasons. Or actually, no, this one's Harvest Moon. But Harvest Moon, and it is a Circle Cow plushie. And I wish Chris was here because he knows how much I love Circle Cows. I didn't know that in your Amazon wish list that you could put messages on it, like on an item. And I put a comment on this one and said, if I do not get this, then I am going to kill myself. And my cousin's daughter was like, "Here, I got you a gift," and I was like, "This is the best gift ever." So,
Nice.
no, I got some animes. I got Hot Wheels, like I said. I got the Guardians of the
Not
Galaxy.
the best anime, Hot Wheels.
Yeah, Hot Wheels. I've heard good things about the Guardian of the Galaxy game, so I picked that up. Or I didn't pick it up, but my mom got it for me. I got season 1 of Goblin Slayer. I got JoJo Part 2. I got Promare. And then I messaged this to you. I was like, hey, look what I got. So Scotty and I over on our other pod, that was a joke. I was going to start this podcast. It was like, welcome to the Static Zone podcast where, wait a minute. Because it's just you and me tonight. But
oh, yes.
Back in October, Scotty and I were discussing zombie movies and like ones, off stream or off recording and all that. Scotty told me about Wild Zero, which is the TLDR of this is a punk band wanted to make a zombie movie where they're the heroes and play all the music in the movie. And they did it. And apparently, according to Scotty, it's a trip.
It's a fucking ride.
It is a ride. I
hope that anyone watching this or listening to this has heard of this movie.
Look at those Romero-looking zombos.
It's really. Oh, I don't know if you showed that on. I think you held it off frame. Yeah, you did.
For you, but
anyway.
not the stream.
Maybe not. Anyway, it is a punk rock zombie film, as if punk rock defeats the zombies, and that's all I can say without spoil. There are some turns that it takes that are amazing. It's rare that I applaud during a movie, but all I'm gonna say is when one of the I can't even say that because that's spoilers. Shit.
Well, how about I just read I can read the back of the box.
When something is destroyed by splitting it in half, I was clapping in my seat in a theater. So
I think I'm gonna. Oh, you saw this? Oh, that's right. You saw it in the one theater that came. Yeah, because didn't you say the band was touring with it?
They were, and they tried to get them out for this. I think this was like the midnight only showing or something. Because whenever they had this one screen theater. They do select theme stuff. So of course recently it was Christmas and Die Hard and other shit. And this was zombie films, and we're in the city of zombie birth and whatever. So this was like the midnight only showing. Otherwise they have stuff throughout the week, and they wanted to try to get the band, which I think is I forget what the Guitar Wolf. I think is the name of the band.
Yes, it is Guitar Wolf. Oh, you beat me to it.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead and read the back of that.
I want to read the back of this. So here we go. This movie's called Wild Zero, and it's Ace, a rockabilly fan who really wants to be cool, is on his way to seeing his favorite group, Guitar Wolf, when a strange thing occurs. Aliens invade the Earth, and people start returning to life as flesh-eating zombies. Enlisting the help of the quote or the in parentheses real-life Japanese rock band Guitar Wolf and self-proclaimed coolest rock band in the world. That is exactly what it says. Ace and the members of the band get entangled in many misadventures with crazy rock managers in very tight shorts, transsexuals, naked women shooting guns in the shower, and bloodthirsty zombies ready to tear them apart. This is fantastic. Leather jackets, loud over-modulated music, laser guitar picks, motorcycles, muscle cars, and lots of fire. It's all right here. Did we also happen to mention flesh-eating zombies? Think of Dawn of the Dead meets Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park. Oh, no. That's terrible.
I don't know what that is, so I don't have it to compare it to, really.
Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park is a Halloween movie where this animatronics engineer that works for a theme park that has Kiss robots makes it to where these Kiss robots are trying to take the place of Kiss, and he's trying to kill Kiss. It's stupid.
Okay.
It's real bad. And then with the humor of Evil Dead 2, and that's what Wild Zero is all about.
That part is very true. Yes.
I'm
I will
down.
say, just to clarify, that it is pro trans, because that might come off as not
Okay,
supportive on the back of that.
cool.
But yeah, it's got some good messages in that
Some,
movie. I say that
some
unironically, but I can't say it with a straight face.
fair
Oh
enough.
boy, I'm
Uh,
excited for you to see that.
I'm excited to watch it. Other than that, I mean, I'm trying to think. I got some work boots that I didn't expect to get work boots, but Hallie's like, she's like, I got you 2 gifts. One is something you wanted. One is something you need. And I was like, great. I love it when people do that. So,
Yeah,
and I opened them. I was like, oh, these boots are actually pretty nice. So,
made for
um,
walking. See you guys.
do not cut that out. But no, it was fun. Other than the fact that I got a call today from my mother, and she says, "Hey, your cousin has COVID, so
Whoops.
little Jimmy got a PS5, and I got COVID for Christmas. So I don't know if I have COVID. We just found out earlier today, so we're gonna go get tested. And if I do, I mean, if it happens now and I have it, then I can quarantine and get hopefully test negative right before MagFest, and then I can make sure to be able to go to MagFest. So
Sheesh.
yeah, I think you have to quarantine for, like, if you have it, like 10 days now. It's not 14 days anymore or something like that.
Yeah,
Even then, it's cutting it close.
I'm not. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm not excited for MagFest for you guys because
Yeah.
of shit like this.
Oh! I forgot. Something I completely forgot. I'm sorry.
Corey's on fire.
I got a Razer mask. I got one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
so I've been playing Halo Infinite in the Discord, which make sure to join the Discord if you want to play Halo Infinite with a bunch of us.
Fucking Discord.
Join the fucking Discord. But I've been playing it with Sailor Corellia and Leftover Ginger, and Kenny, which is Leftover Ginger, was like, "Hey, there's a Razer mask drop tonight," and I was like, "Oh shit, really? Okay, I'll try for it." Got one with the 9 months worth of masks and all that stuff. So I'm hoping. Wow. Kenny says they ship pretty fast. This was like Thursday night, so if I get it maybe next week or sometime early the week after, then I'll have it for MagFest.
I don't know with holiday shipping right now. I don't know if it'd be that quick.
Yeah, but the thing was, this drop, usually those drops, it's 10 o'clock and then 10:01 they're gone. Yeah. This one, they were. I messaged Chris half an hour later. I was like, "Hey, they still got masks if you want one." He's like, "Got it," and he got one. So you were able to get them for an hour, which was pretty crazy. So yeah, I got that.
That means they are either at the point where people didn't know or people stopped trying. So good job.
Or they're at the point where most of the crazy people that wanted them already got them.
Right. So, yeah.
But I got that for MagFest, so I got that going for me, which is nice.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you've got your Bane cosplay ready for MagFest.
I'm gonna bring my fucking. So have you ever seen the backpacks where it's like a backpack and it's either a water a water bottle, or it's like a backpack where it can spray something? Yeah. That's gonna be hand sanitizer. I'm just gonna be like to everybody that I see.
Yeah, all right. You'll be everyone's friend real fast. Yep.
Yeah. Put out your hands, and I just spray it.
Treat you guys like my cat. Stop doing that.
Yeah, no. But no, yeah. So that's some bullshit. But more update on that later, because I didn't go get one of the tests. I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow and get one at a doctor's, because I don't know how well I trust that home test, but also I don't know how much I trust the rapid. The ones that I test are the ones they send off, but those are the ones that take a few days to come back. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, but.
Yeah, I wish the best for you, and tell your cousin he's a fucking idiot.
She was just like the next day, she's like, I don't feel good. And I was just like, cool. Hope that wasn't COVID. And then today I was just like, cool, that was COVID. Fuck. So and I'm like, I'm not, and that was the whole thing. I'm not gonna get into that because that gets into personal stuff. But
it's not worth it.
It's not. So, and I was gonna get my booster next week too. So hopefully it comes back negative. I can get my booster and we'll be good to go. So.
Oh, I thought you got yours already. We both have ours. I just assumed. Yeah.
I hadn't got my booster yet. I think there might even be a wait list down here. So I think we got to get on the wait list. So, well, That's all I really got. Other than that, I was doing some cooking. I found out. So what we did for Christmas Eve was we usually did like finger foods, nothing like too crazy or anything like that. It's like, oh,
That's good for pandemic. Yeah.
yeah, perfect, so fucking perfect for pandemic.
Well, line them up.
So I made like the little smokies with some homemade barbecue sauce. I did all this shit in a crock pot.
Yeah.
Cause like I did that, and then I made Worcestershire. And then, well, okay, so down here, like some people in my family have been putting, like, you put a little bit of grape jelly in those in the crock pot,
really?
And it makes them sweet. I personally don't like that.
Speaking of crock pot, we got. I went to the mall on Christmas Eve. Yes, those do still exist, and yes, I did go out. Because I was done, and Rachel's like, "Get us some wine for Christmas." And I got us some wine that they actually recommend throwing in a crock pot and heating up.
Really?
And I did try to heat it up, and it basically tastes like apple cider because it's got like a cinnamon bite to it. I think the name doesn't say anything. It's called like Fourth Christmas Seasonal or something.
Oh yeah, that rings many bells. So
yeah. So, but no, you mentioned crock pot, and I forgot that we got a wine. We don't really drink wine, so I just mentioned that.
I want to drink wine, but I don't know shit about wine. So
I don't know a damn thing. Little Smokies though, it's always just Worcestershire and mustard. I think pretty much is what we do up here.
Really? Okay. Now the grape jelly, I'm not big on. I want those to be like.
That's weird.
I want them to be more savory. I don't want them to be sweet.
Yeah, so that's supposed. Sweet and savory, I've never been a fan of, and I realized that with honey baked ham. Like, I don't like honey baked ham. Maybe a little bit, but like, I just want either savory or
I see a lot of recipes with like pork loin, and they're like, "Oh, it's got like a honey glaze." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay. Like, I'm all right. Like, I've had it. It's not my thing." But, oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. No, I made those. I made some crock pot buffalo dip, and I used like some chicken thighs and all that stuff. I just can't fucking eat that stuff anymore. Like Christmas Eve night, to be fair, I got really blazed and then ate a lot of shitty food. And then the next day, which was Christmas, I had what felt like a hangover. Like I felt nauseous. I mean, we ate Christmas breakfast, and I ate a little bit of it, but the whole time I was just like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up, and I just need to relax. So I didn't start feeling better until the afternoon.
Because of the junk food you ate, or what?
Oh yeah, because I was up until I fell asleep at like 11 on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas morning I woke up at 3, and my stomach's like, "Hey, buddy, we got some shit we got to take care of." And then I was up because I'm older now, and once I wake up and I'm like fully awake for a few minutes, then it's really hard for me to go back to sleep. And then I was up until 6, and then I had to be back up at 7:30 for Christmas breakfast because I fell asleep a little bit. I was just like, oh man, this is gonna be a rough day on top of all the driving and everything. But we decided on Christmas Day, my mom and dad were like, hey, do we want to do traditional stuff? I was like, we're tired of traditional stuff. So my dad was just like, we're gonna make steaks.
Whoa. Hey, for anyone listening, Corey's family's from the South, so that is a big statement right there, I think.
Hold on. As my wife says, my family is not truly Southern. And I agree with that. Because
they can't name every single Dixie chick, right?
No, it's not that. My mother's not from the South. That's what Hallie says. Okay. She goes, if your mother's not from the South, you're not a Southerner. That's just how it is. Because my mother's from the North.
By that logic, I'm a Southerner because my mom's from Virginia, my dad's from South Carolina.
Yeah, that's true. No, I'm
so that's.
But it's. I forgot where I was going with that train of thought. No, it was a rough day, but like we did the steaks.
Foods.
Yeah, we did steak, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. My mom got me all this fucking candy and a stocking and all that. There was one thing, for some reason, ever since I was little, my mom would always put like a Slim Jim in my stocking. It's just I like Slim Jim.
Gross.
They're terrible for you. They're absolutely terrible.
I've always thought they're gross because my introduction to them was my friend peeled off a layer of skin before eating it.
Yep.
So I was like, wow, is that why? That's how you slap into them, because you crack open the plastic film before you eat it.
They're not great. But my mom got like Jack Link's version of the Slim Jim.
Those I do like. I get the teriyaki Jack Links usually.
They're legit good, and they have like they do have a lot of salt. I mean, it's a jerky.
But that's
they're just gonna have a lot of salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But a lot of them you can get with like, if you're gonna go that salt, might as well pack it full of protein. So
I
you can get
guess.
that. And I looked at it and I was like, these aren't Slim Jims. And she goes, they're better. I was like, it's not about being better. It's about comfort food. Damn it. I've had
It's
a
about
rough year.
tradition.
I've had a
about
rough year.
Santa always gave me a fucking shit stick. I want my shit stick.
Okay, all right, but yeah, I mean, overall, I think it was a good Christmas. It was pretty good. I do have to admit, I have to admit, I did not watch Die Hard on Christmas this year, so I think
We watched Die Hard 2 last night. I forgot.
how is that?
For Christmas Eve, Die Hard 2. Yeah. I mean that movie, I'll argue it.
That's the
Die Hard
airport
2
one,
is
right?
more of a, yeah, that one's more of a Christmas movie than the first one, I will say.
What?
Because-
Hold on a second, sir. I did not know about. No, I legitimately did not know about this because I've never seen Die Hard 2.
Oh, it's not that bad, but like definitely if you consider there just be a Die Hard trilogy, the strength of them, like it's 1, 3, 2 by far in terms of
1, 3,
quality,
2.
in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, third one's with Samuel Jackson.
That's
and,
the one where he's driving, like the getaway driver, right?
I mean, sort of. It's
I mean,
a lot
I'm
of
basing
taxi
it off
cab
of the
stuff.
I'm basing it off of the PS1 game we played. So
Yeah, that's oh boy. But so the sorry, Brittany. She said I just choked on my tea. I'm not sure. It's a little bit delayed, so I don't know.
there's
what
a hell of a
happened,
YouTube delay, but I think I know what she was talking about. So
but, but the third one's fine. The third one was actually the first Die Hard movie I saw. Maybe the first Bruce Willis movie I ever saw, because I saw that when it was like new out on VHS. But
gotcha.
the second one has snow and they're in an airport on Christmas, and like there's multiple like insanity revolving around the fact that it's Christmas. So I consider that one more of a Christmas movie than the first one. But I've
Okay.
mentioned before, I'm tired of that argument of like sounding cool because I said Die Hard's a Christmas movie. You know?
Oh, I don't have it here in the office, but my my mother-in-law got me. So she got me a shirt that says "It's not Christmas until I see Hans Gruber fall from Nakatomi Tower," and it has him falling from it. I mean, look, it's
Yeah.
mother-in-law. Okay, she knows, she fixates
Right.
on one thing, and it's fine. But she
Yeah,
got me something
yeah.
off of Etsy that it's made of wood, and it's like I guess they use, like, they burn in an image and all that stuff, and it's a 25-day counter that it has. You can slide Hans Gruber down until it hits 1, and then he
Oh
hits
my god.
yeah. And I was like, okay, so I'm gonna put a couple magnets on it and put it like on the refrigerator, because it comes with a base, but I have 9 cats, so I'm gonna put it on the refrigerator.
Right.
And I was pleasantly surprised. Also, she got me. So with the Christmas pajamas, you usually get like pajama pants and like some kind of shirt. And she goes,
Yeah.
I threw some basketball shorts in there because it's 75 on Christmas today. So it was.
Oh yeah,
I think,
it was pouring. We had like downpour here on
Really?
Christmas Day. It was a wet Christmas.
record high and the hottest Christmas since 1940 something. So
I watch the news every morning, and it was hilarious because you know, it's just the thing. If you're a basic whatever, you talk about the weather and nothing else. But
yeah, I do that
the
with my
weather
boss every
lady,
time.
yeah, the weather lady was like, "It's gonna be this and this on Christmas," and everybody's like, "All right, it's gonna be warmer," and she's like, "Yeah, that's out of the normal. That's not really something to be excited about, but okay."
Yeah. Dude, Hallie was
it's not
pissed.
good.
We got in the car and she goes, "We got the damn air on. Global warming doesn't exist, my ass."
Yeah.
And I was like, don't fuck with
Uh,
Christmas with this lady. She really likes Christmas. So
Yeah.
Uh,
We watched a ton of, I don't even know when we watched Die Hard 1, because we basically started watching Christmas movies November 1st.
okay.
And yeah, we watched the second one on Christmas Eve, and Rachel's basically, she discovered we have a holiday channel on the Fire Stick, so that's just been on forever.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so we got
Anyway,
we had an interesting on Christmas Day. So my brother's girlfriend had never seen ever National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So we watched it, and then we found it on like I don't know, I think my mom had it recorded on her satellite or something. And we started watching it. It didn't have the intro, like the animated intro. And I was like, no. We can't, like, we got to have that animated intro with the song, because that song's
That's
great.
strange.
And because she didn't start recording until the movie started. And I was like,
Okay.
and then I started looking at it, I was like, wait, this is the edited version. we cannot watch the edited version. Like, we got to watch, like, because it bleeps that entire monologue at the end. And I was like, that's the whole thing.
I was trying to think what it would censor besides the lady showing her panty line or whatever.
No, he says effing and GD a lot. So, but it was so awesome to see someone that's she's never seen the movie, so she's reacting like she's like, this guy is just trying to get through the day, and like she said that stuff out loud. I was laughing my ass off. It was so.
It's very much, in retrospect, it's very much like Arrested Development, The Holiday.
Yep. It's just,
and
it's
as much
great.
as I am not a fan of Chevy Chase himself, I've never really have been, and then finding out how much of a douche he was, it's like, all right,
he's a
that's
big
fine. I never
douche,
liked
yeah.
him to begin with, so, but it's still,
I do like
still a good movie.
I like National Lampoon's Vacation. I like Christmas Vacation, and strangely enough, I like Vegas Vacation for some reason. I do enjoy that one.
I haven't seen that one,
but I do remember that the kids in every one of those movies, the actors that portray them, all different every time. They never have the same kids as the actors. So, but anyway, that was fun, and that was basically Christmas. So we didn't really. Well, I mean, I guess we talked about our weeks and stuff in there too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on a short break because I gotta go pee. And when we come back, we're not really gonna talk about news so much. We're gonna recap on 2021 because that was such a good fucking year. But we're going to talk about some of the cool stuff that we did as individually, and then like ScrubVerse stuff and all that. And then we're going to talk about some stuff that we did want to happen in 2022. So make sure to stick around. We're going to go on a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Try harder than that. The shredder may be clever, but I'll strip out the rap, going toe to toe with a beat, make a genius. I'm gonna catch a live beat, a cup Venus. Sleeps with my whole slice, it's time to rock. Dude, get ready for a total shell shock. It's a total
Hey, we're back. Record more. I mean, edit now.
Edit now.
There's your cue.
Yes, we're back. All right, like I said, this segment's gonna be a little bit different. I didn't look up any news. What I wanted to do was use this time to reflect back on 2021. There's a lot of shitty things that happened in 2021, but I'm gonna try and focus on some of the things that were a little bit better. So do you want to go first, Scotty? You want me to go first, or
I don't have much of anything, so whatever you.
Okay. I'm trying to run through. So first of all, with ScrubVerse has gotten some. I mean, I've been looking at numbers on the podcast, been looking at numbers on videos. We've been having growth all throughout the 2021. So we started a YouTube series. We started a YouTube Let's Play series, which have been pretty popular. People have been enjoying those. Scotty's turning me around on Mega Man Legends, maybe. So I understand it is a good game. It's just first time playing it, you're like, God damn, these controls. But we were watching, I think we caught in Super Ninbao. He had just started streaming of Mega Man Legends 2, and people were like, Mega Man Legends 2 definitely looks better, and like there's some controls thing, but they're still like the first one's better. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like I don't know what's going on with it, but no, that's one of, I mean, also besides just ScrubVerse stuff, I've learned how to edit things, which is really fun. I went on a cross-country trip, which I completely forgot happened this year until I actually sat down and started remembering. I'm like, oh yeah, that was earlier in the year where we went to Seattle, and I actually told Allie, I was like, look, I wouldn't mind excluding some parties that were there. I wouldn't mind doing that again if they weren't there. That beer did not look like it tasted good.
We got a lot of White Claws because our gluten-free friend likes White Claws, and I was like, I'll have one, and I got tangerine, and you saw me just convulse.
That's one of the ones that smells like there was just a tangerine.
It was either that or the only other one in the fridge right now is lemon. So I was like, I'll go with tangerine.
Yeah. Ooh, you got the bad White Claw pack. I don't like that pack with the lemon and
I didn't buy
tangerine.
Them.
Oh, okay. There's one that pineapple and mango are good. I like those. Those are my favorites.
Gotcha.
I stopped drinking White Claw. That's another thing I did this year. I started and stopped drinking White Claw this year.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of shitty things. I won't get into the shitty things, but overall, it's been a year. That's what I'll say. I finished my first year of college, which is pretty good. I never thought I'd do that. I'm excited more in this segment to talk about the things that are coming up more than the things that happened. There was some funny. We had some good clips from. What I wanted to do is I want to go to Podbean, and I'm not going to show this to the stream, but I'm just going to go through a list of like some of our podcast titles. And then, I mean, you could just look at some, because how many times I want people to start counting, like how many times do they say that's a episode title? We haven't done it this time, but normally we say it like at least 6 times on a good episode. So
this week's episode could be Santa didn't bring my shit stick this year.
Well, either that or I was thinking what I said. Little Timmy got a PS5 and I got COVID. So I don't know. Scotty's writing them down in the Discord right now.
Yes, I am.
So just starting off, the last episode that we had Rockstar Lexi on was called I Wish That Was My Son, and the only reason I bring that up is that it's a reference to Chris saying how cool someone's son was, and then he was like, I wish that was my son. You know, just things parents say. But we got petsovernight.com. That's the one that me and Eddie were talking about. We were talking about the new GTA 5, that abysmal fucking remake, or not GTA 5, GTA trilogy that came out. I forgot about Taxi Cab Conspiracies. So Eddie,
I don't remember. Oh yeah.
That's when Eddie was working that one job and he was Ubering and he was just getting. I mean, Eddie, I love Eddie because everywhere he works or goes, he gets some kind of confessionals or conspiracies story. Eddie got kidnapped this year. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He got kidnapped by a religious cult.
Apparently so.
I think he's terrified to meet up for MagFest. So
Maybe.
he's like, the last time I went somewhere, I was isolated and couldn't talk about anything.
Right. I was in the mountains surrounded by pork.
Oh no. All right, let's see. What time when did this one come out? It says I'm already on a watch list. That was April.
Mhm.
That one came out. So episode 93 was dead Jamaican lady rug content. I could have swore I told the dead Jamaican lady story before that one. So
You have, but that doesn't. Yeah, I mean, you have.
we had okay, so going through here, we had Nintendo Bauer on here. We had Nintendo Bauer back in June. We had Rockstar Lexi. Let's see, who else did we have this year? We had Game Tracks on again, I believe, because that was one of the episodes I wasn't here. This is
you had
the year
me on.
I had you on a lot, so you're on here a lot. I forgot, officially 2021 is when we brought Eddie as a partner onto ScrubVerse. So, so far so good. That's a. I like having Eddie. It hasn't been a bad decision to bring Eddie on, and I love him. So, but he was like, "Fuck y'all, I gotta go work at Amazon tonight." So,
Yeah, he picked up some extra hours or something. So,
look, I don't blame him. Like, it's not many times big companies are like, "Hey, free like overtime for everybody," and like because they're trying to keep shit down. But no, I think overall, like I said, I personally had some rough patches, but it was a good year for growth for us. Even Chris too. Like I'm not gonna speak fully for him, but he had the Katana Zero video came out. He had the Dark Fantasy video come out. That both of those did really well. I believe his Guilty Gear videos came out this year. So
Chris learned how to work the system, is what we're saying.
Yes.
But he does make quality content. I'm not just saying that it's shit and he just knows how to work the numbers. But
yeah.
I mean, points out 2021 is when Kenny and I found y'all too. So there you go.
Oh yeah, that was the big. I guess that was because I stopped streaming, but back when I was streaming, I got that big raid from Ray Navarez, from formerly of Game Achievement Hunter.
You did a total of, I think, 3 12-hour streams on your own.
I did. I think I did the Donkey Kong Country or the Donkey Kong stream. I did a Mega Man stream. I think I did Mega Man X. What was we did a 20. We broke the record for our marathon for the Dreamcast this year.
I was going to bring that up, but fine. If you want to steal the only positive thing I could think of, that's fine.
No, I'm sorry, Scotty. I'm sorry, shit. But no, like a lot of shit's happened, but we're growing, and that's good. We've got a lot of plans. We got a lot of plans for 2022. But since I stole something from Scotty, I guess I'll let you go ahead before I steal anything else.
Well, no, now I don't. I was trying to find the grand total, but I think that's right. Oh no, that's right. Yeah. We didn't fuck it up this year. I remember last year we had complications with the totals because of Facebook bullshit.
Yeah. So we were like, it says this, but it's actually $500 more than that. So
yeah, what a mess. Yeah. So 2021 in review for myself. I didn't have a lot of personal great things, except that, well, I didn't have a lot, but the ones that happened were big. So Rachel and I are now engaged. We got engaged in September.
Hey.
So that's a big deal, and that's really cool. And that was a good ending to a very stressful weekend, because that was the weekend of the marathon that we mentally were not ready for.
Not at all.
We realized how much true introverts we are, thanks to the pandemic and lockdown. And then suddenly we had people at our house for...
And Chris and I talked you out of straight. Apparently a cool proposal that she would have liked.
Thanks a lot, asshole.
It wasn't me, it was Chris. Chris got in your head. That's what he totally
did. So that's not... If there's any weekend you can easily get in my head, it's that weekend.
Definitely.
It was successful though, because we raised over $2,000, which is the most I personally have ever raised on my individual Extra Life account and the group I've done it with since pre-Megavision's days. We've never raised that much money, so that's really cool. We broke a lot of records. You got a t-shirt, and we helped a lot of kids, so that's really good. And That was a good weekend overall. It was a lot of bro time, which was good. Um, but the fundraiser is the main big thing with that. And then also along with that, Megavisions did do a reboot for the magazine, and we're
Yes.
getting our footing with a lot of things. Um, Megavisions has had quite a roller coaster of a year, and for just multiple reasons, and it's whatever. But we're coming out of it, and I think it's going to be a good 2022 is going to be a good year. I
Right.
personally have realized that working from home has made everything horrible because it's
Yeah.
taken away the fun of the room that I'm sitting in right now that I used to play video
Yep.
games and do things online with friends.
I had
So
to
I'm
move
learning how to
things
manage that.
from. I had to
Yeah.
move my office from my fun office and move that into another part of the house because I was just like, I can't get anything done because I'm just like, I need to work
Yeah.
on this, and then I turn around and I'm checking Twitter, so I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I've learned how to do a lot of things. Let me try that entire phrase over.
It sounds like a let's play of me and Chris.
I've learned how to do a lot of things.
My mama said.
I have. I've learned a lot about myself in terms of my
Yes.
work habits, and I need to improve upon. But it's been a learning year. It's been an educational year because it's been
Boy,
horrible.
howdy.
Um,
You
but
did. You did a couple 12-hour streams too. So
I did a couple 12-hour streams which helped us hit that over
Mhm.
2,000 mark. The Sega Saturn stream was a lot of fun with Rachel,
you played
and I did
Mr.
a Shenmue
Bones.
stream on extra. What's that?
You played Mr. Bones on stream. I never thought you would.
Oh, yeah, great. Thank God for him.
Thank God for Mr.
And
Bones.
we played Shenmue. I played Shenmue. I did a solo thing of that for Extra Life Day.
Mhm.
And we I didn't write any of this down, so I'm really flying off the cuff here. Conventions sort of came back, which were good and stressful. And it was good to be at too many games again. That was an adventure. And the shows came back, which was also good and stressful
You
because we
did
went to a
so
lot.
many.
Yeah, we went to like 20 shows in October and realized ease it back. But it was good to see an it was good to see groups when it was safe. It was good to see shows when it was safe. The Mystery Science Theater
Safe.
live tour is really good because well, hey, I don't have COVID. I'm still healthy because
That's true.
yeah.
Shut up.
But I know, I'm just saying that people are, it's not that hard, you fucking morons.
Just keep doing. Yeah, like you said, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, but we saw the MST Bubble Tour, which
Yeah.
was really fun and introduced us to one of the worst movies I've seen, which is going to turn into a great Static Zone episode coming up very soon.
Oh, this is the one that they watched?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
no. I watched the
So-
trailer and I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, it's good. We're gonna have a lot to talk about, and I'm excited. We'll mention at the end here when we do our plugs.
Yes.
But that was something. But the shows that came back, it was cool to see certain bands, and it was also there's some shows coming up that are cool. If they do still happen, I don't know.
Yeah, it's fucking this Omicron. It sounds like a fucking transformer.
Yeah,
of a variant.
Yeah. So, but for myself, also personally, we realized a lot of financial things that have to happen as adults, and we have to put those in front of all this other shit that I'm literally surrounded by in this room.
Yep.
But it's gonna be fine, and it's not. You don't always want to compare yourself to other people, but I think
You do.
a big thing that Rachel and I realized was going through some different areas to the shows we went to and other different things we did throughout the year. We realized we're doing okay as the adults that we are, even though we are.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, I won't go into great detail, but I am probably like 10 years behind all of the people I graduated high school with because I decided to tour with a rock band, but I don't regret that and I never will. But we are still pretty much in an okay spot right now comparatively. So,
that's
and I
good
hope
that you're
everyone
able to
else gets
realize
there
that.
that's not there. Yeah, it's not great that we realize that in some aspects, but it is on others, just from the shit we've seen. So I think I am rambling now, but
You are. You're a rambling man.
21 was rough. 22 will hopefully be better. And
Yeah,
we'll talk about what we want to do in 22.
I was going to say,
I guess.
speaking of 2022, for me personally, I'm planning on finishing up my school.
Oh, shit. I should probably mention this before we get too far from it. I'm essentially an honorary ScrubVerse person, so that was fun that happened because it wasn't on purpose, and it was just like Corey and I basically have our side life of online bullshit that led into me being on this podcast almost every week. So here we are.
Yeah.
So we started the Static Zone podcast.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
A good release. So
it has been. We took that break, but the Lethal Weapon conversation was fun, and this new one is going to be equally as entertaining, if not more. So
yeah, but I think we both realized how important this side, like the least amount of effort of all the things we do, is going into this podcast. But that's why it's fun.
Yep.
Because other things have not happened or other things have fallen through, that this side podcast just discussing movies is kind of what we've both wanted, because there's things that we do in different areas that I think everyone watching this and listening regularly know about that don't fit what we wanted to do with this podcast. So shout outs also to Tom Kizabat for again being so cool about our logo for that show. So yeah, you know what? That's a good thing that came out of 21 is you realize the good people in your life. Like Tom did not have to do that logo that he did for us at all. But it's just like, I just emailed a buddy and I was like, can you do this for us for this thing that we're sort of putting effort into? And he was like, yeah, here's a logo.
Yeah. And was patient with us.
Logo. Yeah, he was very patient about it too and very talented. So, but sorry,
I'm enjoying it because I got to watch. I like watching the movies, and you found out that I don't get to pick movies for a while. So,
well, that was one of the. I shat out a list real quick, and one of the things on here was worst things I watched or played. One of the things was like, oh, Army of Darkness is not a good movie. But you know, Cowboy Bebop was horrible, but we all learned a lesson from that.
Yes,
and
we don't have to worry about it anymore. So
apparently not. But yeah, Static Zone is fun. So I'm glad that was created, and it feels like we've barely done anything because I think just we record every other week and took a month off. But that's not.
Well, I mean, it's more
not a huge deal.
It's more of just a stress reliever, is what it really is. Just to be like talk stupid shit on movies. I mean, like that's the thing is, if we lived close to each other, we would just be in the same room doing the exact same thing that like Red Letter Media does.
If we lived closer, the Static Zone podcast would have an episode out every other day.
Every day, be like, "Hey, we gotta watch this!" Like,
yeah.
So, chat's telling me that there's a friendiversary. They got a little stalkery and went back into my clips to see when it was. So, but no, I appreciate that. So that's something I'll be doing in 2022. You brought up a good thing though. I completely forgot about the segment that we were going to do. Is though something worst something we either played or watched, because I think that's what the criteria we put it to in 2021. And you said live action Cowboy Bebop and Army of Darkness. Yeah, I gotta agree with you on Army of Darkness.
Rose tinted glasses, I think.
Yeah, I had a buddy in high school where we would quote it all the time, so that's kind of like something, a connection to him that I still have. So I'm trying to think of the worst thing I played this year, and I can't really think of anything. I couldn't think of anything bad that I played, and that's just not me being like, oh, well, I think everything's good. No, there's definitely like, I mean, there was, I don't know if the raging of the I think I did Jedi Fallen Order last year, but I know I got real ragey during that game. And I'm trying to think of something like I've watched recently this year. So we watched a lot of horror.
I'm trying to think of all the games we streamed, because I definitely played more games on Twitch than I did in real life. Yeah. So I'm trying to think like if we really played bad games, but I don't really think that if we realized Turok is not as great as we thought.
Turok, and then like the luster of
Turok 2.
What is it? Was it Wolfenstein? Wasn't Wolfenstein. What came out that got a remaster? Quake. That's what it was. And
I still enjoyed Quake. So.
Quake was fun, but then I think we tried it again, and we're just like, nobody's playing anymore. So now it's not really fun.
Yeah, okay. I thought of another cool thing, but I'll mention it after once we get into cool stuff.
Okay.
Again, excuse me, sorry.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't think of any. I know it sounds bad, and I didn't. It sounds like I really didn't do my research. And if I went back to other podcast title or podcasts, I could find something. But I didn't even like play CD Pro. I didn't play Cyberpunk 2047, whatever the fuck it is. I didn't play that. So like I don't know. I'm trying to think of the horror movies, and there were some horror movies where we were just like, okay, this isn't that great. So, but
Yeah,
nothing really.
I'm trying to look at my limited run games.
Uh-huh.
Trying to think of if any crazy cool ones came out that we didn't. Like, well, Scott Pilgrim was fun, but I think was that 2020?
That was
I
this
don't
year. Yeah,
remember.
that was earlier this year.
That's right, because it was around my birthday, which is in January. So yeah.
And we never went back to it, which we need to.
Yeah, I think we were waiting for the physical things to show up, but everything's behind with vinyl and other production related things. So,
right.
And another good thing though, unfortunately, it's taboo to say you support anything related to Blizzard or Activision, but we played and I introduced Corey to Rock and Roll Racing, which he very much enjoys.
In that
And
Blizzard
I don't
arcade
have
pack, yeah.
the Blizzard Arcade Collection is a good collection of previous times with
Yes.
Blizzard, and
of a different
also
Blizzard.
Digital Eclipse put that collection out, so Blizzard had barely anything to do with it other than
Right.
giving the okay and doing interviews of previous times. So I still don't feel good about telling people to go buy that collection, but I'll say at least Rock and Roll Racing, I'm glad that I introduced you to that and that
Yes,
it was
that's very good. It's got Rush in it.
that was yeah, that was one of the better streams. We did that with Kusanagi and Eddie, or
maybe
wait,
TJ.
did we stream that a couple of times?
We streamed it when it first came out, and then we did it a couple months after that too.
Okay, right.
So no, it's yeah, I guess I don't want to talk too much on the negative. I'm trying to be more positive. I'm trying to work on breathing exercises and meditation and stuff like that, because I've realized anxiety is a motherfucker and I gotta live with it. So so let's talk about some of the good. You wanted to go back to some of the cool things for 2021, and then we can get into 2022 and stuff like that. What are you looking around for?
For cool stuff.
I mean,
I'm looking for cool stuff.
I got some new figures and stuff like that. I don't want to go too much into that though, but like,
well, no, it'll remind me. Like I saw Rock and Roll Racing, and that reminded me that we did actually play that. So that's what I'm looking around for.
Oh yeah, it was when H2O was still with us. He jumped on there.
Okay, I couldn't remember because I knew we did one with
fourth.
just Eddie, and it was only 3-player. But I knew we did
that
another
was the
one. I
one.
couldn't remember.
Yeah, it was just you and me and Eddie on that one. So
oh, you know what? Another great stream was the Sonic Fighter stream, because we had that whole fucking Discord in there,
and we did the giveaway.
And I did my pitch perfect impression of prestigious TJ with his arcade cabinet OST in the background.
Well, we did. We were the commentators for a game that we're terrible at. So
yeah,
that was really fun.
Yeah.
That was a fun stream. Mario Party parties happened this year.
Those did happen.
Those were very fun, and we're going to be bringing those back. So get ready for it. So not just Mario Party, not just Mario Party. I'll get into it when we get into 2022. But those were fun. They were a little too quick back to back. Maybe that's why it died. So
yeah, that's why.
Shut up. That's all. I don't know. We just got. It was there. Now that I think about it, there is just like a lot of more. We got Halo Infinite. I've gotten into that. Like, I didn't think I would get into. I was like, I'm gonna play Halo because it's on the Game Pass, and I played it the other night, and I was like, this is actually really fun. I forgot how much I actually like Halo, and like this is really haven't like. So now there's like Halo nights, and we're doing shit like that in the Discord.
Yeah. This might shit the bed, but I'm gonna load up the Megavision's Twitch. Unless you want to look through previous just highlights and stuff to see what highlights we have. That might
I can pull that
might be
up.
better if you do it on your end since you're hosting.
Yeah, I can pull that up
to kind of go through. I don't remember if there were some unexpected like just shots in the dark that were fun. Like I don't know if the what the hell is that game called where you only have arms, you don't have legs, and you use each shoulder button to move your hands?
Heave Ho.
Heave Ho. If that was this year,
good.
that was That was pretty good. That was just you and me, but there's been a lot of TNTs that were pretty strong. And just
We got to
yeah,
play.
I think
I got to play Snowboard Kids on stream, so that was fun.
that was last week.
It
Yep.
was.
Um,
Let's
so
see. I'm gonna pull up some of the clips. Popular clips.
yeah. Oh boy. There's got to be more
no.
than that. There's only 3
I need to
showing
go.
up
I
here.
need to go to the Discord. Is what I need to do. But no. So tell me. Let me see. I gotta find these first. Megavision Twitch clips. Here we go. We had the one from the Shenmue where you had all the hats. Remember
A lot of hats.
Yeah, this was a screen capture. I gotta pull this up for people to see.
Oh, I don't remember. Oh, yes. I found the dabbing Sonic Gashupon, so I also dabbed with my dabbing Sonic plushie.
Yeah, that's really great. Let's see. Oh, we had I played Terrordrome, and I was playing as Michael Myers, so that was really fun. That clip. Here's some of the Sonic the Fighters clips that we had.
So this is, we should clarify because we always say join the fucking Discord. This is stuff from the Megavision's Discord. Right?
But I cross-shared it. I cross-shared some of these.
Never mind. Support Megavision's, only ScrubVerse. Sorry.
Support Megavisions and support ScrubVerse. So, I mean, we got some of these. Like, I was super excited in this one. Look at both of us. Oh, this is the one where Rachel told you to wear. Is this the one where she was like, wear red because of blood? Was that this year?
Yeah, because of blood. Yeah. Because I normally wear a Megavision shirt. And, yeah, that was the Sonic Fighters was one of our stronger streams just in general in terms of turnout and support, and we had a giveaway, but the community around that because we invited a lot of the Discord of Sonic Fighters essentially.
Oh, I forgot too. Super Bomberman R Online came out this year, and we got some good clips from that one. So...
Yeah, part of the trailer, minute-long trailer for Megavisions.
Yep. I forgot Eddie and I streamed Blazing Chrome, and we beat it, and that game's fantastic. So people should go play that.
Mm-hmm.
More Sonic the Fighters. You got Super Fighters Mega Mix, the one where Eddie's always like, "You play it as the car."
Yeah.
Oh, we played Aliens.
Yeah, there were surprisingly a lot of good clips from the Saturn Marathon that Rachel and I did. Because, yeah, it was... this is video games, everybody, and it's just 2 fucking bears spinning at each other.
Dude, look at long hair Scotty over here. I forgot how long your hair got.
Yeah, good old John Lennon Scotty.
We got... Oh, you played Croc. You did that.
I fucking finished that game. Fuck that game. It is not a good platformer, but I still enjoyed it, and I wish that more had come of that series. I've got to play the second one. I do want to, even though it was only on PS1.
We played that Alien game that we beat really quickly.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, give your one phrase review of that game.
What was my one phrase review?
I'm saying give one right now. Like, what did you think of that game?
It's a game.
Oh, come on.
No,
it's not that bad. But it's not that good either.
It was fun playing with you. Like with somebody else, like me just.
That's what streams have to be. You have to have like the pro that is not playing and the newbie enjoying it while you have someone coach you along. Because otherwise, if you had just played that game blindly on your own, you would have been like, "This isn't an Alien game, my Aliens game." You know,
this isn't my Alien game. Yeah, right. No, I did. Oh, I completed my Nuzlocke this year. I did my first Nuzlocke.
That was your life for like 2 months.
Fire Red. I never completed the Soul Silver one because I had to restart 3 times. So those are making a comeback in 2022. Check out the ScrubVerse YouTube channel. So no, overall, just looking through clips and stuff, it's been a pretty solid year. I mean, it's really easy to get hung up on the rough stuff happens because, I mean, I'm not going to get into details, but Scotty, some rough stuff happened for me this year. But yeah, we're getting through it. Just got to keep going one day at a time. And I mean, yeah, looking forward. You know what I'm starting to hate, and I don't know if I'm starting to hate this because I've just seen it for so many years. But
what grinds your gears?
It seems like for the last 20 years, every year has been the worst year. People say they're like, "This year sucks. It's the worst year," and then the next year. But the problem is, 2020 was like really bad, and so was 2020. 2021 was pretty rough too. Are we gonna get into 2022 and just be like veterans, be like, "This wasn't shit like 2 years ago"?
It's all perspective, and I think part of the thing was everyone the planet agreed that 2020 was the worst year. So everybody's like, surely 2021 things will turn around because it cannot get worse than that. And then
Yeah.
everybody's like, oh man, there's more than one COVID. This is
Oh man.
way worse. And which, arguably it could be, but it's all perspective and
Right.
just don't be a fucking moron. That's the
Don't be.
ScrubVerse logo and
Well,
motto.
we can't live by that because we're fucking idiots. So
Yeah.
but no, so I guess what I want to ask next is, Scotty, what you got? What are you hoping to see, or hoping that something happens in 2022? What are some things for you personally that you're, I guess, not going to work on, but what's your, I guess, New Year's resolutions is what I'll fall in under.
New Year's resolutions are bullshit, and they're just a fucking thing to talk yourself into trying to make yourself a better person when really you should just try to be a better person anyway.
Okay, so how are you
But
going to make yourself a
that
better person in
aside-
2022?
Yeah, society dictates I should have a New Year's resolution. Fuck off. No. I realized I need to be on the internet less, and by that I mean social media, which I'm trying to do. I'm trying to not. That's why I didn't post a Christmas haul. When Instagram always shows you your top whatevers, and mine are always my hauls from conventions. So it's like,
Yeah.
cool, materialism wins again.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying not to. I'm trying to post. Well, I just said I'm trying not to be on social media as much, but also on social media, I'm trying to post shit that doesn't make any sense so that it's whatever. I literally am only on Facebook to post positivity and keep tabs on actual family members.
Right.
I don't do anything else on there because it is a cesspool.
It's real bad. Twitter ain't much better, but it's a little bit better.
No, yeah, Twitter is not much better, but it will always be the dark abyss that I scream into. And I'm just trying to not be on social media as much, and I want to go back to editing, working with multimedia things more. And by that I mean recording music, maybe getting video ideas down, but mainly I want to focus on music more. 2 years ago, before the pandemic, I had a goal of putting out an EP. I'm not going to say that because it's such that I had a MacBook when I had that goal at first. Recording on Windows is such a different beast, and I need to upgrade my instruments as well. But
right.
yeah, I don't want to say, at first when you asked me, I was like, I want to join a band and play more shows, but I don't think that's a good idea for 2022 quite yet.
No, I don't think so either.
So yeah, that's not a safe goal. So I think my like if I have any goals or any types of things I want to do, it's just write and learn more music outside of drums and guitar, and songs I'm comfortable with, and try to expand upon that. And not be on the internet as much because I waste too much time and don't live in the moment as much. So those are my two things, I think.
I agree with you. Full, like I was not on, so Christmas Day and Christmas Eve, I was not on social media as much. Like I wanted to post stuff, but I was just like, I need some time away. So like Christmas Day, I checked in on the Discord and I looked at Twitter every once in a while, but it was really nice to just step away and just be out of, like, get out of there for a little bit. So no, I'm gonna run in through my 2022. A lot of my stuff is, I want a lot of growth to happen with ScrubVerse. So the Let's Plays have been, I mean, it hasn't been like, we talked about it before, it hasn't been like, oh my god, we're getting thousands upon thousands of subscribers every day, but it's been continual growth since August when we first started. I just want to make more videos, and I just want to play more video games with my friends, is what it boils down to. So Scotty's agreeing with me with his finger.
Sorry, no. Well, one thing is, and I've kind of already started doing this, is I want to play more video games. And I've already started doing that because I realized that I barely play games unless I got into the bad mindset, which you used to be in as well. And I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying it's a mindset that we got into and realized we had to get out of. Is like, if I'm playing something, I should stream it. Just hit record or hit go live and play. And I'm like, nope. That has caused me to buy so many games that I have not touched just for the sole purpose of, this will make for good content. I never want to be in that mindset
Museum
ever. Yeah. Thanks, Eddie. But no. So I want to play games just to play games, which is how I finally sat down and played the Resident Evil 2 remake. It's how I played Resident Evil 8 Village, which I was actually going to say was one of the worst and best things, because when I started playing that game, I thought it was the worst Resident Evil I ever played. But then I played the parts that felt like Resident Evil game.
Yeah,
It's not the best, but it's a good.
it's still good.
It shows that at least Capcom's going in a better direction that 6 and side stories were with that series.
Right.
But I wanted to touch on that because I forgot that I've kind of started doing that, but that is another goal, is I just want to play video games, because I just don't as much anymore.
I just want, like, that's the thing is too, and I had to slow myself down because that mentality of I'm playing this game, I should stream it, kind of started creeping back with the YouTube series. And I was just like, oh, we need to save this to play it on and record it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's okay in some situations, but on others, you're just like, just play the game. Like, you just need some time to de-stress and just play video games. So I'm making it, and I told everyone in the ScrubVerse Discord too, like, we're going to have more events where we're going to be like, all right, we're having 3 events this week. We're going to be playing Halo on this night. We're going to be playing, Pokemon Showdown. I've been playing that, like, just, and not stream, like, you're streaming it, but just in the Discord. So that's why you should join the fucking Discord. Yeah. So you can just hang out and chill with us whenever we want to. But no, I want to make more videos, because our series are fun, but I want to make more videos where we're all together. So, like, that's why I said, like, Mario Party parties might be coming back. Not so much Mario Party, but it's with a series, and we're working on, it's a working title and a working concept, but we're bringing back some kind of party game, like, segment that we want to do for the YouTube channel. So that's going to include games such as, like, Halo Infinite might be one night, or, we might get one where Power Bomberman's a really good, like, free game. Everyone can download it. Let's get a lobby of 12 people and just have us 4 talking, but everybody else playing with us. So stuff like that. We're going to be moving up to 7 days a week with releases, as long as recording stuff can get backlogged. That won't be, I wanted that to start at, like, the beginning, like, I wanted to start in beginning of 2022, but just because of everyone's schedules and all that stuff, we're going to go up to 7 days a week, but it's going to take a little time. But that's because we're also branching out and working with some other streamers and friends of the podcast. So I've already talked to the Somber Gamer, which that was one of our guests that we had this year. I still love the title of his episode said, he goes, pushing content is just like a wet fart. If you have to push too hard, then it's probably going to be shit or something like that. So I was like, yeah, okay, fair enough. But we got stuff lined up with him. We're reaching out to some other friends, and we just want to make content. We want to make funny shit. And there's going to be some lull times. Like, there's going to be some episodes where it's not too funny, or maybe stuff doesn't, click with you. But just stick with us, and we're going to get some content to make y'all laugh. We'll make you laugh at least once. That's what we'll guarantee.
We guarantee one laugh here.
That's right. And then on a personal level, I want to be done with school, which the plan on that is midway through summer I'll be done and have my diplomas, all my diplomas. And then I'm transitioning into another job field. That is my goal for this year, is I want to transition out of the career that I currently have, and I want to transition into a career that will use my degree, which is the culinary degree. That doesn't necessarily mean the food truck, because that's we just still got to save up money for that thing. Like, we're going to get there. But just getting, like, I've realized being in the kitchen is where I'm happiest whenever I want to do work.
Yeah.
And going to school hasn't so much, it's helped with my skills and taught me new things, but it's also given me what I needed in the beginning, which was just affirmation from professionals, is what it was, basically. So I look at my 2 professors as professional chefs, because they are, and they're like, you know what you're doing. You just got to get you there. That's all we got to do. So
yeah, I can relate to that, and I realize that that's also where I'm happiest, is when I create something out of thin air, and that is writing music. That is, if I learn a song, then I figure out how to write another way, or I learn another song accidentally by trying to write something.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm happiest, is where I've created something and what the fuck? I put something entirely of my own out into the world. And this is not a slam on streaming, but I've realized that's not what that is, because everyone is there's no way this is going to sound positive
Just
to
do it.
anyone that
Rip the
does this.
Band-Aid off.
There is no way that streaming, nothing anyone streams is any way original comparatively, because everyone is doing the exact same fucking thing.
Okay.
Whether, and I mean, there's different stuff. Like, there are people doing food stuff. There's people that are
Yeah.
writing music. There's people that are doing this, doing that. But like,
But it's like
I think
everyone's
I've
like, oh, I
gone-
also stream.
yeah, like I've just realized that streaming is not the creative outlet that I need. I need to actually
There you
create
go.
things that are 100% from my brain, because that's where I get the most satisfaction. So,
There you go. And
and
that's
that's
fine
also
to say
why I'm
that
so
too.
cynical and so fucking critical of movies, because nothing original happens anymore.
Oh, there
But-
has the original. There are some that come out, but they're rare nowadays. So there's no
Yeah,
original bone
so-
left in Hollywood. So fuck them. So,
Yeah, so that's, in terms of you creating things with food is how I feel with music now.
Yeah.
So, gotta do
and
it.
just
Otherwise we go nuts.
spending more time with my wife. I want to spend more time with her. And we've already got, well, depending on how fucking the variants and shit work, we've already got,
Mhm.
we're going to see Bert Kreischer in February. She's going to see Reba the next day with her mother. And it was a
I've
Christmas.
heard the past week, all I've heard at least 3 times on the TV in commercials, Reba McEntire.
Yeah. I'm glad I don't have cable or anything to give me any fucking commercials. But no, they're going to see that. It's more for our niece, really. It's
Mhm.
funny, on Christmas Day, she opened up her ticket. She goes, I'm going to Reba, which is our niece. And then Hallie opened hers. She's like, oh, I'm going to Reba too. And I was like, if I open a ticket and I'm going to Reba, I'm going to rain on this parade real quick. Because
You're going to Reba, and you're going to Reba.
Not you, Corey. I'm like, yes! So, but no, we got that set up. I'm planning on going to see Weird Al next year on his tour. We got our tickets to go see Dance with the Dead, so that's exciting. And we got tickets to something else. I can't remember what it is. I don't think it's a band, though. It's just something we're going to do. But the beginning of next year is pretty slam-packed with shit. Like, I got MagFest in January, got Burt in February, I think Weird Al's at the end of March. April is Dance with the Dead, and then May there's something too.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Weird Al's
something...
not till like October here. The Pittsburgh date is literally the last date of the tour.
Oh yeah, ours is like,
So.
because I think I was like, oh man, he's coming to Nashville. That's gonna be the closest one I can get to. And then it was like Little Rock, Arkansas. I was like, fuck yeah. So, and what's awesome is it's all his original music. He's not playing the covers. So
Yeah.
that's going to be really exciting. So, no, things in 2022 is going to be fun. As long as everything goes all right with MagFest and everything's good, I think MagFest is
Holy
going to be...
shit. I just realized if everything goes according to plan in 2022, that 4 of my friends are getting married.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you're right. I only know of one of them, but damn, that's going to be the... So what you're going to do now that you guys are engaged, and you're going to go to...
We're not getting married in 2022. I'll let everybody know that.
Well,
right
there you
now.
go.
Like, we are
But
taking our sweet ass time.
what you do now as a couple... There's a weird thing that me and Hallie, we didn't go to many weddings before we got married, but the ones we did go to, we'd be like, yeah, we're not doing this at our wedding, or oh, this is going to be this way at our wedding. And then
that's
after
been the past 2 years, sir.
Oh, okay. And then
Yeah.
after you get married, you go to weddings and you're like, ours was way fucking better, or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But there has been one we went to, we were just like, nah, this is it. Like, we didn't beat this at all. So it becomes this fun, stupid game. So. But no, I'm excited for 2022. We'll see how it goes. We're just gonna roll with the fucking punches. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
So all right, moving on, because we've been talking for fucking hour and a half already. So
This is why
Scott...
Corey and I have our own podcast, because we can ramble enough to make up for we can talk the equal amount of 4 people.
I was about to say, not saying that the 4 of us can't talk forever, because we totally fucking can. So,
Yeah.
But all right, Scotty, if people would like to ask us questions and get them read on the podcast, what should they do?
Oh my fucking god! Join the goddamn son of a bitch Discord.
Jesus
Mother
Christ!
fuck.
Scotty's trying to be numero uno with these fucking question introductions. So.
Mm-hmm. Join the fucking Discord. Don't email us unless you're over the age of 4. Nobody does that anymore. Twitter doesn't matter. Join the Discord.
Join the Discord, and we have a channel underneath the ScrubVerse Podcast where you can ask questions whenever you want to. We got one that comes from Happy Dude. It says, "What was the easiest and or the hardest gift to get someone for holiday season?" I'm gonna evolve this question a little bit. I want to take his last part. So, can you remember something like the hardest gift you've ever had to buy for someone? You're just like, this person's giving you nothing. You can't think of anything.
This is not just for this year. This is just ever.
Just ever, yeah.
Oh, it's my fucking dad every year. He has no hobbies and no interests.
So what do you do?
I asked him this year. Normally we get him a gift card to fucking P.F. Chang's because that's his favorite restaurant.
Of course it is. That's great.
So this year I just straight up asked him. I'm like, "What? He's no, he's not even retired. He just came out of retirement because he has no hobbies and he'd rather work because he's insane."
My mother-in-law's the same way. She retired twice already.
I have never felt more than in the past 2 years. It's so stupid, but I know you're going to relate to this. And anyone who's gotten to a certain point, like I have never found myself saying this so much as in the past 2 years of saying my parents just don't understand me because my father has retired. Yep. He was retired for a couple of years and then he went back to work. Like I am ready to never have to work again.
That's all he's ever known.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I've said this to him. I said this to him because I asked him how work is and everything now. And he's like, it's just great to go back and have something to do. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I cannot relate to that. We are in totally different worlds. And
we'll start a band. Steve Martin did it. So
yeah, right. But so no, it's my father because he's a workaholic and he's never really had solid hobbies.
Yep.
So this year I just asked him, like, is there anything you want for Christmas? And and he picked out something and we got him that thing. And then we also got him a P.F. Chang's gift card. So
okay, fair enough.
Yeah, there's never really, like, I take a little bit of pride that I'm usually a pretty good gift giver, but Rachel's got me beat raw because she pays a lot more and she's a lot more observant than I am.
Gotcha.
And we went through our haul and she's always made me something incredible each year. So it's the 100% my dad. I've never had any trouble with anyone else because they just have hobbies. So
I have this thing that I was really big about when I was younger. I was like, so our family was always like, you give, like, once you get a certain age for your birthday, people just give you money. They don't buy you gifts anymore. There's like, here's how much money did you get for your birthday? That's basically what it becomes into. And but they would try to do that for Christmas. I'm like, no, Christmas, you have to put some fucking thought into it and try.
Yeah.
And I messaged Hallie was trying to find something for her sister this year, and she's like, I don't know what to get. I was like, just get her a gift card. She goes, no, we don't get gift cards. And I was like, well, it's either that or nothing right now because you don't have jack squat. So
yeah.
But I'm trying to think of like the hardest person. It's Hallie. Hallie's the hardest person to buy for sometimes. Because like I want to buy her jewelry and stuff like that because I like buying things for. I'm a weird person. I very much enjoy giving gifts. Like I like buying. Like
that's not weird.
Buying something for someone to be like, oh, it happens with Chris a lot. Like because Chris is hard to fucking buy for because he buys everything. Like he just buys everything for himself. That's what we do when we get older, just as adults. Like
yeah, but you got to get creative though. It prompts creativity. Creativity is the word.
Yes.
So like unfortunately, like I mentioned how Rachel and I are becoming more financially responsible, and like I kept saying like I don't need anything. Yeah. Until literally last week, I was reminded that wireless and Bluetooth Sega Genesis controllers exist. And I was like, oh shit. And because I've had so much drama around the 32X recently,
yep.
And I've been setting it up in the living room because I want to play stuff with Rachel, but I'm like, I have to pull it so close so that the cables can reach. And I'm like, you know what? Something I legitimately want is like all of my controllers to be wireless if possible, because then I can set the console up anywhere. And like and that's a fine line though of something I need versus something I want. But at the same time, it's like, I want to enjoy this and not have a fire hazard in the middle of the living room.
Or so
that was a
like
like, you're done. And that was the thing we kept saying to each other is like, no, you're done. I'm done shopping for you. You're done. You know.
Yeah,
So
I do so like that. And going back to what I was saying with Chris, Chris is like that where you can't really buy for him, so you got to get creative if you're gonna buy something for him. You have to be like,
Yep.
you gotta like be like, oh, this is like his interests, and like go. And I like it when you go into that. Like my favorite gift that I bought this year was my gift from my brother. It was the first gift I bought for him, and it was a shirt that I found at Spencer's. And apparently they memeing SpongeBob scenes is a thing now. But one of them, it's a scene because SpongeBob is a connection between me and my brother because my brother loved SpongeBob growing up. So that means I watched a lot of SpongeBob with him growing up. And there's one where Patrick just says, well, maybe it's because you're ugly. And they put that on a shirt. So I was like, I'm buying that for him. And he's opening gifts. I've never seen a gift. Like, we open up all your gifts and you're like, here's all the gifts. And then I look over at him. He's still got 10 gifts he hasn't opened. He's working on his second one. And it's not that he's having a hard time opening them. He just opens them up and he's like starts messing with it and all that. And I was like, open up the rest of them, and then you can fuck with all of them.
Yeah,
because he opened mine last, and I was like, I wanted him to get to that one, and he got to it because he said he opened something. He goes, "Oh, this is the best gift," and it wasn't my gift. And I was like, "You better wait." And then he opened my gift, and he goes, "This is the best gift." I was like, "I won Christmas." So. Another
I got my brother something that is a joke that my mom and her friend who was over for Christmas did not understand, which is fine.
Those are great.
Because Rachel, my brother, and I all thought it was hilarious. He just recently moved into an apartment and he was mentioning things that he needs, and that's a fine line too, is like get somebody a housewarming gift or whatever, that because you don't know what they need until you go there. So you also feel bad for not having something the first time you're visiting them at their new place, but whatever. So I got him some hand towels that are, I assume, now hanging in his kitchen, but they're hand towels that say "Live, Laugh, Love," because all of us think that's.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
And yeah, that's why, because it's the dumbest fucking phrase. It's
Live,
such the
laugh,
fucking
love.
basic white ass Karen thing that you would get etched in wood or something and put it on a mantle somewhere. And
I forgot.
Of course. Like, nothing against my mom and her friends who were there on Christmas, but they thought it was meaningful and sincere. Meanwhile, Rachel, my brother, and I are just laughing because it's the dumbest thing in the world. Yeah,
it is. I forgot there was a comedian that said if you're going to like a one night stand and you see like you walk into the girl's place and she has "Live, Laugh, Love" like on her wall, run. Like, like get out of there.
Yeah,
that's fucking great. I was gonna say something. I completely forgot what it was though.
Yeah, but just to touch on like the connection with your brother. So
yeah, it's in. I realized that I need to spend more time with my brother because I started hanging out with him and we were talking, and he's just like he's getting to the point where he's like, oh man, I wish you lived closer and stuff like that. So I might be meeting up with him and playing some games and stuff and all that. So, but no, what was?
This is our outro, everybody. It has been for 15 minutes now.
No, shut up. Anyway, yeah. Well, that's the only question that we got. Like I said, the other thing I was gonna ask was,
So you said Hallie, I said my dad, so we answered them. Yeah, we answered it.
I do like buying gifts though. Chris is probably whenever you buy a gift for Chris, or I've even done it with you too. You were just like, "Oh, this is awesome," and you're just like, "That's
you're easy to buy for." I mean, the marathon is basically what gives me the idea, because every year you come out like, this is no. I know last year Illbleed was my favorite Dreamcast game. Now Dynamite Cop is my favorite.
No, I'm thinking about it. It's like, oh, I got Illbleed. I got introduced to Illbleed. I got something Illbleed related, and then I got Dynamite Cop, and now I got Choo Choo Rocket this year. So I just got to hang out with you for a few more decades, and I'm going to have the whole Dreamcast marathon.
Basically. Oh, that reminds me. I didn't mention it when you mentioned it on Thursday Night Throwdown, but the cool thing about the Choo Choo Rocket game, I got you the Game Boy Advance version, that actually has user-made levels that people made in the Dreamcast version and uploaded to the internet for other people to download. They put those in the Game Boy version.
Oh, cool. Okay, awesome. Yeah. That game's great for a Game Boy Advance game. So that game... And I will say WarioWare. Those two games are fantastic. You could just play them nonstop, and you can literally play them for hours and forget. But anyway,
that was one of the, like, before I forget, and everybody should know that it doesn't exist anymore. The best, like, one of the few upgrades in terms of going from console to mobile was when Choo Choo Rocket was put on iPhones, because that is made for that. Because you
Yeah.
would touch the screen
Yeah.
and flick in a direction to place the arrow down. It's like, God,
Perfect.
yeah, it just
Like
makes
those are the
sense.
mobile games I'll get behind. So
Yeah.
all right, that's it.
Well-
That's all we got for questions. That's all we got. I mean, we're terrible about asking questions, so just make sure to join the fucking Discord and ask us. We don't. You don't have
you
to
can
wait
ask
for
us anytime.
anytime. That's
Yeah,
right.
You were gonna say that.
But so let's go into what do you got planned? What do you got going on? So we're just a quick TLD or quick information. We won't be having another episode come out for probably about 2 weeks because we're gonna take next week off, and then we're taking the week after off for MagFest. So it'll probably be 2 weeks before we get a new episode in the new year. So this is the last one of 2021. But
Yeah.
with saying that, what do you got planned, Scotty? What are you doing next week?
There's still plenty going on that you people can check out. In the meantime, Corey and I are going to be recording the next episode of the Static Zone podcast. We're going to be watching the movie Making Contact, aka Joey. I had to think about that.
Yes.
And my only introduction to it is, or my only reasoning for it is, never have I watched a movie where I have said so many times while watching it, what the fuck is going on?
Look,
And so I am so ready to discuss this.
I watched that 2-minute trailer and I got horror vibes from it, and then I got like happy feel good kids movies vibes from it. So I don't know what the fuck to expect. So
perfect. So we have that going on. In terms of like streaming, Megavisions always has stuff going on. I'm not sure if I'll be taking part because work is still crazy. Like January is still a nutty month for me for work, so I might not be doing too much online other than
Fair
the
enough.
Static Zone. But Corey and I have the Mega Man Legends stuff coming out. We've almost beaten that game.
we
so
got
look
one more
forward
hour
to-
session, I think.
Basically, look forward to the end finally happening for Mega Man Legends.
Yes.
And then Corey will be giving his professional review. No, I don't know.
We'll be
yeah,
going straight into Mega Man Legends 2.
immediately, yeah, in the same stream. No, so Static Zone, Megavisions is always streaming on Twitch almost every day during the week, and that's about all I got.
Sounds good. I got more. We got recording sessions happening. We're going to be recording more Legend Dragoon. We might be having some of the stuff going on with Somber. Not sure yet. He's currently battling COVID as well. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, man. But we got some recordings. I'm going to be working on some more editing. We got, if you would join the Discord, this comes out on Wednesday. So tonight, we're going to be having some kind of get together. I think Wednesdays are the nights we're going to try and do like events, and maybe Friday nights as well. We're going to be doing Halo Infinite over on Thursday Night Throwdown over on the Megavision's Twitch channel. We got a couple people that's going to join us and play, and it's fun. Halo's fun again. So let's fucking do it. And getting ready for MagFest.
So probably won't be doing that with you. If anybody wants to yell at me what to get, a PS5 or an Xbox One Series X or whatever, go for it, because I don't know.
I mean, you can get if you can find you. Wait, so does Halo Infinite? It didn't come out on the Series X. It's only on the new ones, or did it go on the older generations too?
I have no idea. I wouldn't get an Xbox One now. I would only get a Series X or S at this point.
Gotcha.
But I really want to play Ratchet and Clank, and I forget the dude that it's like, what's his name's Playhouse, the robot guy that looks like the
Astro's
controller.
Playhouse.
Yeah, Astro's Playroom or something.
Yeah,
So,
something like that. So.
I don't know, people.
Cool. More YouTube videos are coming out. I've got some stuff scheduled right now. We're gonna be having them coming out every day soon, so get ready for that. And that's really all I got. You got anything else, Mr. Mo?
Everyone should play more Bomberman.
Fair enough. Doesn't matter which iteration, just more Bomberman.
Yeah.
So, all right. Sounds good. We're going to get on out of here. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Make sure to, check us out on all the social media platforms. Like, comment, subscribe, all that crap. It helps us out. So, cut it.
Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. Whatever you do, I hate to sound like a mother, father, whatever, but be safe, smart, and responsible if you're celebrating shit out and about.
There you go. Mama Scotty tells you to be safe.
Yeah.
So, take care,
2021
everyone.
is done. 2022, here we do.
That's how we do it. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.